Om Shanti. Just a minute.
Om Shanti, Vinod Bhai.
Om Shanti, sister.
This Baba Malan's Murli, which will not be there in this PDF.
Okay, sister. So should I go to the WhatsApp and
Yeah. Baba Malan Murli is only on the WhatsApp. The first which we did on the first of February, Baba Malan Murli, it's
okay,
only on the
sister.
WhatsApp.
Okay, sister. Okay. So we are reading the Murli of 15th December 2005. That is, in the new year, bring the form of love and cooperation onto the stage. Give each one the gift of virtue and powers. So this Murli enlight- enlightens us against the virtues and powers that Baba is giving to us and how we should bestow it upon others. Baba in the Murli has also highlighted the two category of Baba's children. Both are lovely, but how one is constantly lovely, that is completely merged in the love of Baba, and how it does not labor, and how it takes on instructions easily and follows it and finally gets merged into Baba. And the second category who are definitely love. That is lovely. The difference between lovely and loveleen. Baba has brought this up. And then there's a chat with the double foreigners and the Gujarati Bhai Bahan. And Baba ends the Murli with a question at the end. We shall reach to the conclusion at the end. So we shall go ahead reading the Murli. Today, God the Father is seeing his children everywhere who has a right to God's love. Only a handful out of multi-millions in the world receive this love from God. This godly love is altruistic love because only God, the Supreme Soul, is incorporeal and egoless. Because human souls are bodily beings, they definitely have one selfish motive or another. Only God, the Father, can give his children such altruistic love. God's love is the special basis of Brahman's life. It is the donation of life of this Brahman life. If the experience of God's love is lacking in Brahman life, then that life without love is not enjoyable. It's a dry life. I think Baba loves us enough and more by giving us right directions, by creating such beautiful family of Brahmins around where we take Palna, we live with them, we contribute, we do seva. So such is the love that Baba has already bestowed upon us. If the experience of God's love is lacking in Brahman life, then that life without love is not enjoyable. it becomes a dry life. It is God's love that is constantly with you in life and remains cooperative with you as your companion at all times. Where there is love and company, everything becomes very easy and simple, isn't it? Because there is no much of ego clashes there. There is selflessness, and we care and share for one another. There are ideas that come in when we're in company, so that there's no much of laboring. There isn't the experience of having to labor. You have this experience, do you not? I think we all do. Those who have God's love cannot be attracted by any person or thing because God's attraction and God's love gives such an experience of love that you always remain merged in love. This is one thing that we will have to ask us ourselves and stay sakshi to it, that how much are we seeking love and remaining in company? Or in other words, when we see others, how people being in Locking as well do not maintain the faith of love for each other. But in our case, Baba has attracted us to him and has constantly bestowed love. And we are to maintain that relationship with him. People have understood this to be being merged in God. One does not merge in God, but one remains merged in God's love. परमात्मा में जाके लीन नहीं हो जाते, बट परमात्मा ही लीन है. Bapdada is seeing the children from everywhere. Everyone loves God, but one type are the lovely children, and the other type are the children who are merged in love. So ask yourself, all are lovely, but to what extent do you remain merged in love? Now the question, the quantification comes. To what extent do you remain merged in love? The sign of children who are merged in love is that they constantly and easily follow God's instructions. They are obedient in following those instructions and have surrendered their body consciousness because it is not difficult to surrender yourself where there is love, isn't it? The mother surrendered to the wombs of children, and the husband follows instructions of wife. This is all in Laukik Riti what we see, you know. But in Baba's Yagya, many people surrendered themselves towards Baba's love and towards the Yagya. So that is their way of showing that they followed instructions and continued the Yagya. They are obedient in following those instructions and have surrendered their body consciousness because it is not difficult to surrender yourself when there is love. The first instruction is, may you be yogi and may you be holy, pure. Because the Father has love for you children, He cannot bear to see you children laboring, for He knows that you have labored a lot for 63 births. Now, this alaukic birth is to become free from labor and to enjoy the pleasure of supersensuous happiness. So, are you celebrating with pleasure, or are you having to labor? Isn't it? In Logic also, when we see our own family member suffering because of a lot of stress or so, we do tell, leave this job, it's okay. There is so much enough and more for all of us to live with, isn't it? Like Baba also lovely says, are you still laboring? Why do you have to labor? This is Sangam Yug. Let us live with a life of happiness and pleasure. Why do you have to labor so much? Now, this alaukic birth is to become free from labor and to enjoy the pleasure of supersensuous happiness. So, are you celebrating with pleasure or are you having to labor? When there is love, it does not feel like labor to follow instructions. If you have to labor, it means there is a percentage of love lacking. Somewhere or other, there is one type of leakage or another. Leakage of two things makes you labor. So, checking point, leakage of two things makes you labor. That is why we do not have a full extent of love with Baba. That means to say, in other words, we do not experience the pleasure of supersensuous happiness in this life. So, what are those points Baba is saying? First, attraction to the old world, and this includes relationships and also material things. The second one, attraction to old sanskars. This old world and old sanskars attract you towards themselves. So, there is then a percentage in love of God. Check yourself. Am I free from these two types of leakage? Just remember, what are the eternal and original sanskars of you, the soul, and what are the sanskars of this Brahman life at the end? You have elevated sanskars eternally in the beginning and also now at the end. Those old sanskars are of the middle period, not eternal, not of the beginning and not of the end. However, what is the aim of all of you? Ask any child and you only get the one response. My aim is to become equal to the Father. It is this, is it not? If it is, then raise your hand. Are you sure this is your aim? Or does that change in between? The Father asks you, children, what are the sanskars that are equal in both Bap and Dada? The Father has always been generous hearted towards every child. He has always been cooperative with every soul in giving them love and regard. So, do you experience yourself to be cooperative with every soul in the same way? Since we are trying to become equal to the Father, Baba has this standard that he is equal with everyone in bestowing love and paying regards. So now Baba is asking, are you also cooperating with every soul in the same way, just like Baba did? Because since that's our aim, not that you cooperate when they cooperate, or that you give love when they are loving. No, just as Father Brahma was cooperative and loving with every child, in the same way, always be loving and cooperative with everyone. This is called being equal. If children have to labor in transforming their sanskars, what is the reason for that? So let us read this line again. If children have to labor in transforming their sanskars, what is the reason for that? Since children are having a leakage, Baba had given the checkpoint, isn't it? That you get attracted to your old sanskars. So even, I mean, if we are getting attracted to the old sanskars, then there is leakage, hence no love, no pleasure of Brahman life. So Baba is saying, now if you're laboring towards transforming your sanskars, what could be the reason? Baba says, Father Brahma paid attention to himself, but he did not labor. The reason for laboring in the transformation of sanskars is that although you have become lovely, you do not remain merged in love. That is, there is no constant sati with Baba. There's no companionship or there's no sense of love with Baba. It boils down to that essential living of we being souls and emerging out that quality of love of the soul. That's the love quality in the soul, which can only be increased when we are in constant remember of Paramatma. Bapdada considers every child to be a lovely child. He knows every child to be this, that every child is a lovely child. He knows every child's horoscope. And yet, what does he say? The child is lovely. I mean, what, despite that, Baba says every child is lovely. Bap Dada always gives every child the same study, the same sustenance, and the same blessing. Even though Bap Dada knows that that child is the last number, he doesn't keep any child's defect or weakness even in his thoughts. Bapdada always sees them with the vision and attitude that they are lovely, long lost, and now found beloved children, very sweet children, because he knows that it is only though through this attitude and elevated vision that weak ones will become Mahavirs. In the same way, through your elevated attitude, good wishes, and pure feelings, you can transform everyone or anyone. Since you have issued a challenge that you will definitely also transform the elements of nature, are you not able to transform souls? So before that, Baba, I mean, before this question, the answer again, as Baba says, if you are aiming to become equal to me, Baba is saying, Baba has asked, so why are you not able to transform your sanskars? And also, why are you not seeing everyone from that elevated point of view that even though they are last, but they are still a lovely children? Just like Baba sees, try to see everybody like that and try to cooperate with them. Well, next question Baba is asking is, since you have issued a challenge that you will definitely also transform the elements of nature, are you not able to transform souls? You become conquerors of matter. So, with the elevated feeling of soul consciousness and with the desire for receiving benefit, are you not able to transform souls? We can have this as a turning point as to how we have probably cooperated with others and have been able to transform the situation with another person went one way or the other, whatever small or big sharing. Now, the new year is about to begin, is it not? So, in the new year, within all of you in the unlimited Brahmin family, with your good wishes and elevated feelings, each one of you has to help one another to transform. Even if someone is weak, and you know that that one has a particular weakness in his sanskars, just help with your love and power of cooperation. So these are the two powers, right? The love and cooperation. Give the hand of cooperation to one another. The scene of handshaking with cooperation will become such that it will be as though you are putting your hand in the other one's hand, that you are uniting in cooperation, and a rosary will then be prepared, isn't it? Like if you join hands with one another, the left hand onto the right hand of the next person, and his left hand to the right hand of the other person, we eventually form a chain, just like a rosary, isn't it? Do not give teachings, but give loving cooperation. Do not become detached. Do not step away, but be a support, because your memorial is the rosary of victory. Each bead is a cooperative companion of the other beads, for this is why the image of the rosary has been created. Everyone is asking Bapdada what they have to do in the new year. You have carried out many programs of giving the message. You are doing that and will continue to do that. Now, bring the love and cooperation of the message carriers onto the stage. Be a great donor. Cooperate with your virtues and make others the same. With your virtues, in fact, they are God's virtues, but you have made them yours. With the power of those virtues, remove their weaknesses. Are you able to do this? So, Baba, on this in this new year, that is in 2006, Baba is asking, with the virtues that you have received from Baba, bestow it on to others. And that way you would be able to remove the weakness of others. Are you able to do it, or is it difficult? Teachers, speak. Are you able to do this? Are you able to do it? Or is it that you definitely have to do it? You definitely have to do it. No one should remain weak with weaknesses, because you are all the lucky handful out of multi-millions, are you not? Even if it is the last beat, it is of a handful out of multi-millions. Your title is a Master Almighty Authority. So, what is the duty of those who are Almighty authorities? To give and receive love, give and take between you the virtues that you have received from the Father. Give this gift of cooperation to one another. In the new year, people give one another gifts, do they not? So, this year, give one another the gift of virtues. Keep benevolent feelings, and then, just as you give a message through lectures and words, in the same way, with your benevolent feelings, benevolent attitude, and benevolent atmosphere, give this gift of virtues and gift of powers. To give cooperation to weak ones is to give a gift at the right time. See, to give cooperation to weak ones is to give a gift at the right time. Do not make those who have fallen fall even further. Lift them up, lift them higher. Not that this one is like this and that one is like that. They are worthy of God's love. They are a handful out of multi millions. They are special souls. They are souls who will be victorious. Have this vision. Now change your attitude, vision, and atmosphere. There should be some newness, should there not? Whilst seeing the weakness, do not see it. Give enthusiasm and cooperation. Prepare such a Brahmin gathering, and Bapdada will applaud for that victory. So, if we make every soul that powerful, then we can make a gathering, a Brahmin gathering, and then Baba will applaud for that victory, isn't it? That is itself a victory. You are repeatedly, you also repeatedly clap, do you not? Bab Dada will then applaud with congratulations, greetings. You will also applaud with Bab Dada, will you not? You just clapped and that was good, but there should now be applause in front of the world. The sound should emerge from everyone's lips. Our special beloved deity has come. Our worthy of worship souls have come. This aim is firm, is it not? Is the aim that you will do it firm, or will you think about it and make plans, etc.? You have to do it. Put aside the plans. You have to do it. See, the determination is coming here. Everyone is now waiting. Now, and they're waiting. Now make preparations to be revealed. Look, even the elements are so distressed now. So calm down the elements. When you are revealed, there will automatically be world peace. Acha. This time too, many new children have come. It is good. Bapdada is pleased that all the children of the previous cycle who have been hidden away in all corners are coming here. Now, even those who have come late should have the aim that because there is little time left, they can claim a number ahead by making intense effort. That is, they also have to aim to become equal to Father. Though they are coming late, but with intense effort, they can move faster. The board for too late has not yet been put. The board for late has been put up. Therefore, you can make as much effort as you want and go ahead. Those who have come for the first time, raise your hands. Acha. Out of all of you who raised your hands, you are going to make intense effort, are you not? The time for making slack effort is gone. The time for walking has now gone. It is now the time to fly. So become double light and fly. You can become whatever you want. Do not complain. Baba, you called us later. Even now, you can become double light and fly. Do you have that much enthusiasm? Those who raise their hands, do you have this much enthusiasm? Those of you who have this much enthusiasm to definitely demonstrate this as you make further progress, raise your hands. Bab Dada is giving congratulations in advance. Acha. This time, it is the turn of Gujarat to serve, and it is those from Gujarat who have come to meet Bab Dada. All those from Gujarat, whether you have come for a meeting or to serve, raise your hands. There are many. Very good. You have taken a good chance. Bapdada says of those from Gujarat, as is the Sindhi saying, those who are at the heart are in the heart. So, Gujarat is the closest of all, both in terms of geography and otherwise. Those who are close are said to be within calling distance. Call out to them and they come. So, Gujarat is ever ready in this way, is it not? Call you at any time, come, and you will come, will you not? Is it like that? Will you not even stop to think about your family? Will you just come? You are ever ready. It is good. Gujarat was established through the inspiration of Sakar Brahma. It was not those from Gujarat who gave an invitation to Gujarat. It was Father Brahma who opened a Gujarat center. So, Father Brahma's special vision fell on Gujarat, and Gujarat had made effort and opened a good number of centers. How many centers are there? 300 centers and sub-centers and 3000 Gita Pathshalas. So Baba is inquiring which zones has the maximum number of centers, and there came a reply, Bombay, Maharashtra. Acha. Have those from Maharashtra come? Spot Baba inquired. No, they had not come that time. The maximum number are in Maharashtra. Those from Gujarat are doing good service. There is very good growth in Gujarat. What are you going to do now? There is expansion. You have brought about good expansion. Now, those from Gujarat should prepare number one years, at the very least, the bigger centers. Those who are the older years are there anyway, but now make new years emerge. Each center should make one year emerge because only those who are here quality souls will become beads of the rosary. So, you have to prepare the rosary. Do you not? The rosary of 16,000, the rosary of 16,108 also has to be prepared. If Bapdada were to ask you to prepare a rosary of 108, could you make it? Could it be made? Dadi should say whether the rosary of 108 can be made. Dadiji said, yes, it can be created. Is it ready? Has the rosary of 108 been made? Yes, Baba, it is already. Okay, write it down and show it to Baba. If it is ready, that is very good. Congratulations. Okay, is the rosary of 16,000 half ready? Not just half, it is more ready than that. That is more than 8,000. That is good. Look, it has been created in an incognito way, and your Dadi has seen it. It is good. Look, and your Dadi has seen it. It is good. Now everyone will ask you, is my name in the rosary? It is good. Such good wishes and pure hopes will definitely make it ready. Now that you have all heard this, check yourselves. Am I ever ready for that rosary? Acha. What else are we going to do? Coronary artery disease group. It is good. This method to separate the sound is also very good. To spread the sound is also very good because people see the practical proof and they become well through meditation without any expense. That is, their health gets better without any expense. But just through meditation, they heal. Everyone likes that very much. Now continue to increase this gradually. They have heard about it, you are doing it, and you are also receiving success and will continue to receive it. So, Bapdada is congratulating those who are instruments for this task. It is also reaching the government officially. If you continue to spread it further, the importance of meditation will continue to increase. Bapdada likes this method. Acha. Double foreigners? Double foreigners would always be making double effort, would you not? For there not to be any name or trace of old world or old sanskars is the double effort. So, one hit, two targets. As Baba says, old world and old sanskars. Isn't that? Those are the leakage points. So, Baba says there should not be any name or trace of the old world or old sanskars. That is the double effort. So, are you making such double effort? Are you? At least not. Those who pay attention to this double effort, raise your hands. I am reading it a little faster here so that we could churn by 5:45. Acha. Then the revelation will take place abroad. The victory of those who are making double effort will be revealed. Bapdada is pleased that double foreigners are moving forward while paying attention to both service and effort. Congratulations for moving forward, but in future, let there be even more intensity in this attention. Whichever center you go to, the atmosphere there should be experienced to be like the atmosphere of Madhuban. Every place should now give the experience of such an atmosphere. Anyone who comes anyone who comes to Madhuban goes back impressed with one thing or another. In the same way, souls who come to you should go back impressed with one thing or another, so that they continue to come again and again, so that they continue to move forward. You are paying attention, you are making effort, you have the aim. Now, let people be so impressed in a practical way that no one can stay without coming here and without becoming this. It is good that there are foreigners in every turn. Madhuban looks all the more beautiful because of this. It becomes international. You're victorious, and the tilak of victory should always be clearly visible on the center of your forehead. Now, let the tilak of victory become a little clearer. Anyone who looks at you should see the sparkling tilak of victory. How many times have you become victorious? You have become this many times. You are this now, and you will continue to become this. So, may the blessing of being victorious in both things be visible on your face and in your activity. You have intoxication and faith anyway. You have the intoxication, do you not? If we don't become victorious, who else will? You have faith and also intoxication. Now cooperate with one another and hoist the flag of victory in front of the world. The sanskars of the double foreigners are such that whatever you take on, you have to complete it. You don't leave it incomplete. So, in this too, you have to become complete. Is this all right? Is this firm? You are not weak in this, are you? Cha. That is to leave the old sanskars and the old world as a double effort, and Baba is inspiring them to complete that promise. Nowadays, people in the world are doing two things in particular: exercise and attention to their diet. So, do you also do these things? Do both of these things? What is your exercise? Everyone does physical exercise, but the exercise of the mind is 1 minute to be a Brahmin, then to be an angel, and then to an angel who is to become a deity. That is Brahman se Farishta, Farishta se Devta. Right? Continue to constantly perform this drill of the mind. And pure food is the pure thoughts for the mind. So let there always be pure food in your mind. You know how to do both, do you not? That is yoga and jnana. Both are there. For as long as you want, become an embodiment of pure thoughts. Cha. To all the special souls everywhere who have a right to God's love, to those souls who are loving and cooperative with the Father, and who will always be cooperative with one another, to the victorious children who put into a practical form the aim, we are victorious and will hoist the flag of the victory in the world, to the children who are equal to the Father and who always remain beyond the attraction of this old world and sanskars, love, remembrance, and namaste from the heart of the Father, the comforter of hearts. So, is it good? Should we churn a little? And if there's less churning coming, then probably we can go ahead. Okay. To the Dadis, to Dadiji, you have shared very good news. Speaking to Mohini Ben, it is good. You have come back free. It was easy, was it not? You also have blessings from all the Brahmins. You came back having changed a crucifix into a thorn. Bapdada is pleased. You have given good proof of the power of your mind.
Om Shanti Vinod Bhai.
Ah,
Vinod Bhai,
Didi.
we are running behind time. I guess we should take this as homework
Okay,
and let's
sister.
take a pause and reflect on the Murli.
Yes, sister, we'll do that. So, just to recapitulate, Baba was empowering us with our innate power of love and cooperation that we receive from Baba based on our knowledge and yoga, and is inspiring us to bestow it on to others. So, with that thought, let us share a few experiences in our lifetimes wherein we have been able to redeem these points and been able to transform others. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. You're
Om Shanti,
asking
sister.
me to take a dip in the ocean in such a few moments. I think it's not even like the Kumbh Mela. It's a thing where in any meeting they say dubki lagana, but for me here it is soaking in his love. If you see the whole Murli, Baba just does not look for lovely children, but one who's merged in love. And now, if you're going to ask me to just say in a few words about his love, I think maybe my sound may not be there, but my heart is going to go on sharing and churning, because it's God's love is the only love which comes from the heart. The love of the world breaks us because we share it with so many people, but God's love brings us together. God's love is something which is within us. It's like the seed. So if you love God, it's like watering the seed. From there, it goes to all leaf. So that love and cooperation, which Bapdada is asking, it's possible when you just love Father the seed. Automatically, the leaf will get. Or so we have to just we think we have got knowledge, but that's just intellectual love. Knowledge is the seed. Love is the water. Anywhere else or anything else, if you do, it's leakage. I always use when this God's love comes, other than the song on God's love, I'll say, my heart is like a cabbage divided into two. The leaves I give to others, the heart I give to you. But now I think even the leaves, Baba, I have to give it to you. It's it's something which cannot end, Vinod Bhai, if you're going to ask us to churn on the love. It's just unending, limitless. The first four paragraphs of the Murli, I think, was enough to just put us in that track of God's love. Love you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Yes, sister. Om Shanti. It is like we are now able to transform our own weakness, at least like after reading this Murli again and then churning. I think Baba somehow is building this power within ourselves to first overcome our own weaknesses. We'll be able to love ourselves more, and then it would definitely emanate to others. This might take time, but eventually we would be able to overcome our own old sanskars and the old world, and it would emanate to others, and we will then cooperate easily with others. And dadis and didis have been doing for a long time, and that's how such a big Brahmin family is created. Is anybody who have transformed anybody or their own sanskars? Yeah.
Wonderful, Murli, very loving sustenance is getting from Baba. So and it was very lovely to hear Girija sister sharing. And here Baba says, to have merged in his love, and it's more of experiencing. It's like we have to put ourselves in that space and then experience that we are soaked in Baba's love, and then go with that intoxication throughout, and also inspire others to do it, right? So when we experience it, and then that will definitely send good vibration out to the world. So Baba says highlighted leakages, why we are unable to do it. So this is what Baba wants. We have to be merged in his love, not getting merged in him, and literally. Right. So the leakage, that is the attraction to the old world and our old sanskars. Right. So these two leakages are, becoming the barriers for us to experience Baba, because the old world we know there are so many things for us to see, and then they all are attracting one way or the other. And so that will come in our intellect, and we will not be able to give space for Baba. And then the old sanskars, right, if they are strong sanskars, then even against our conscious wish, right, it will pull us to that. And then that also eventually keep us away from experiencing Baba's love. So we have to come out of that, and then that laboring, right? So that's where the laboring comes, if we have these two. So what Baba wants is, you have to transform all that, and then start experiencing his love. So this these sort of murlis will definitely give us a lot of food for the intellect to churn, and then experience that in that space. Yeah, that's the takeaway. Thank you. So,
Vinod Bhai, just to tell you, we are forgetting that this is the only love which is kalpa kalpa ka kya pyar. And that word, if you just see merging in God and merging in God and merging in God's love, so much of a difference. The first says Aham Brahmasmi, my soul every totally dissolves. But this God's love, this love which Baba's speaking, it's like I'm soaked, and then just see what comes out, a magic me. So that's what I think we have to experience. We have to get that thing, because even in the Murli 3 days back, Baba said, head follows the heart. Stay in my heart. Sit in my heart throne. I think this is the most emotional thing in this knowledge, God's love. Love. Knowledge is something, that love, if it's their connection, because when you love somebody, how can you just forget? So much more. I want to say the difference between merging in God and merging in God's love. So much of a difference. One has to experience like just going down and down and coming out. I think that's something one should experience.
Thank you, sister. Radhamani sister has shared in the chat. To experience, I mean, everybody is number wise, though Baba is giving the same sustenance and gyan to everybody, same palna to everybody. And to labor means not to be in Baba's love. Okay, so if we stay in Baba's love, we would not labor. So with this, I think we'll get into a little of summarizing mode and end today's sharing.
गुण अवगुण में अंतर है क्या, सबको बाबा यही बताए। गुण अवगुण में
Shanti, over to you, Pijit bhai.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Vinod Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 am. Until then, have a blissful day.